All right, well, I'm gonna crack open this truly, and then we can.
Oh hell yeah, dude! What flavor you got?
I got lime. What you drinking on?
I have got what is this here? This is a Neon Daydream Hazy Ale by Deschutes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
It looked fancy. It looked bright and colorful. I liked that. And it was $10.99 at the Minute Market down the road.
Nice. That is a really nice logo and everything that you got on there. Nice. It's nice when a beer has nice artwork. I don't know why I enjoy that. It doesn't make the taste any better, but I still like it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I've got two beers going on. I've got the hazy ale, and then I've got the pub beer from Deschutes Brewery,
Okay.
which is no, not from Deschutes. They're not from Deschutes. They're from 10 Barrel.
Okay.
Pub beer. Here, I'll show you.
Okay.
Which has the exact opposite logo. The exact opposite.
I like that. Simplicity is pretty nice.
But it gets the point across.
Yeah. It's beer, and that's what all people need to know.
Yeah, you're to drink it and drink enough, and you'll time travel.
There you go. All right. Well, I guess we should get started. How you doing, Brett?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. No one's asked me today, and I'm really glad. Thank you.
Oh, well, yeah. That's. I wish people would ask you that more often. I'll start texting you every day now just to make sure that somebody asks.
I really appreciate that. Maybe I should start wearing a shirt around that just says "Ask me how I'm doing." And then when people ask me, I'll just go, "I'm doing great, thank you. How are you?"
Thank you for asking. Why did you ask that? You got the shirt right there. But anyways, so you are the guitarist for the chaotic partycore band Steaksauce Mustache. You guys are hands down have the wildest show I've ever seen. So on Sunday, July 18th, Steaksauce Mustache will be joining a ton of insane metalcore, mathcore, and hardcore bands for the virtual Mathcore Index Fest. I even have the super dorky mathcore shirt to go along with it because I am a true nerd with this. But for the online festival, what can viewers expect? What do you guys have in store for us?
Yeah, thank you for asking. I like to say that we're probably the least mathcore band on the show. There's a lot of great bands that are on there. We're probably the most butt rock band that's going to be on there. So you can expect a lot of that, just a lot of butts. Just a lot of hip shaking, hip thrusting, full on close-ups of our asses. That's really all it's going to be. I mean, it's going to be 20 to 30 minutes of just hip thrusts in silence. That's it. From behind. Hip thrusts from behind in silence.
Why would anybody want anything else?
Well, I mean, that's the main style of our music. I mean, I can't wait till we put, some new music out, and that's all you're going to hear.
It's just
thrusts in silence.
It's the sound of clothes moving like next to the microphone, and we have just a nice, but from behind. It'll be like this. It'll be like from behind.
No, but we have been working on a set. It was exciting that so we have band practice kind of often, not with all four of us, but random 2 or 3.
Okay.
And so yesterday was the first time in 18 months since December 28th of 2019 that we actually all 4 were in the same room. We got to play at full volume on the acoustic set. I got to turn my amp up, and so it felt really good. So we went through the set a couple times that we plan on playing, and we're really excited. We've got some neat things that we're going to be doing. Okay. We have big ambitions and little resources. So, we'll see what we can actually pull off.
Okay. I'm stoked for you. You guys always like all of the videos that you guys put out are fucking wonderful. But earlier you had mentioned, until you guys have new music out, what I mean, do you guys have a time for that? Do you guys have a plan for a new record to come out or anything like that?
Yeah, we've actually been pretty busy over the last year and a half. Like I said,
Oh shit.
84 years, like the Rose old lady. Yeah, Rose,
The-
the old lady on Titanic. I've never actually
yeah.
watched that movie.
I've never seen Titanic either,
It's
actually.
been 84 years.
I've seen all of the
Uh,
memes, so I know what happens.
yeah, that's what I feel like it's been. Um, so yeah, so we've been actually writing. I have written, not me. I mean, well, I know that me, but we have written more songs than in the last year and a half than I've ever written in a period of time.
Really?
So yeah, we have put together a lot of material. We've been in the process of recording,
Okay.
and it's been a long process of recording, but we are this far. We've got all of our names of stuff picked out. We've got a
Okay.
lot of good artwork. We've got a lot of
Oh,
good
sick.
themes of stuff. I won't give away anything
Ugh.
because,
All right.
because they don't keep me in the loop. I don't know any of it. I don't even know the new songs, what we've written, but um, we've been putting it all together. We've been really working a lot.
Okay. Nice. Awesome. I'm
And
stoked to
putting
hear
together a
that.
lot of stuff. We do plan on playing some new material and some of the the greatest hits
Okay.
uh, at the Mathcore Index Festival on July 18th, 2021, which is coming up.
Sweet.
So yes, we have new music and stuff. Just can't tell you exactly when it's coming out, but we're close.
Well, fuck. Okay. I loved the Christmas song that you guys put out last year, 12 Days of Hot Dog. Uh, can you please make that a tradition? Or just Christmas songs in general from you guys?
Are you thinking like the 365 days of hot dog? Maybe we'll just do the same thing.
I mean, I will still buy that. I think that's great.
So that was a funny story. Like it's funny when you say like, "Oh, I love the videos that you put out" or whatever,
Hmm.
because you think they're great. You should hear the 1,000 video ideas that we've actually never done.
Oh,
Um,
fuck.
we get together, and I swear that we do put together. We would probably be great at writing, like if we were all like brainstormers and writers for a skit comedy show.
Uh-huh.
Because we come up with the craziest stuff, but then actually getting together and getting the time to put it together and record it and edit it and stuff is a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But that was funny because we were actually joking about that, the 12 Days of Hot Dog, and Taylor, our singer, just one day just recorded it and sent it to us, and he's like, "Dude, check it out." Because yeah, we were all putting it together and singing it, the ideas and stuff like that. But he has a little bit of a studio at his house, so he
Oh,
put them
cool.
together, and it was better than could have been imagined.
Nice. Okay. Wow. That's tight.
Mhm.
Um, I was gonna say, but like if you guys were to do any sort of a tradition for like Christmas or like do Christmas songs, what do you think like the next one would be? That's a weird question, but
I don't know, man. That's a really that's a tricky one. I've There's so many good Christmas songs. I don't know. It's probably going to be another hot dog one.
that's fair. All right, tight.
I mean, what is it like? What would we do? Like wiener or the hot dog, the red nosed wiener? I don't know.
I shouldn't laugh that much at that, but I love that.
We're
um,
literally Steaksauce Mustache. I mean, we may all be in our 30s, and but we are literally like the most kids. None of us
great
have kids, but
entertainment.
we're all just kids ourselves.
what are some of these videos that like you said you have like thousands of ideas? You guys have at least like a journal where you keep some of this, or like at least like a notepad that you guys share online or something like that?
Oh, we've got usually a constant ongoing um list on what is it? One of the Apple Notes or the Google Notes thing.
Okay,
Google
Google Docs or
Docs.
something like that.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Constant. Just it keeps going and keeps going. And every time we come up with an idea when we're on tour or when we're hanging out or whatever, we just add it to the list.
Yeah.
And at this point, I think it would be good if we could all just quit our jobs and spend the next year just making sketch videos.
I mean, honestly, I feel like you guys have a serious career with that too. If you guys just have one TikTok account or something like that, just put everything on there.
Lock ourselves in the house for 1 year straight. Don't get out. We're only gonna, Uber Eats everything and whatever Amazon drone grocery delivery or whatever. Everything here. And we'll live off of chicken nuggets and hot dogs. The way that life was intended to be, making sketch videos for everybody.
Are you?
That would be my dream come true.
Was it Bo Burnham's most recent sketch that he did where he was just locked inside for all of quarantine, filming everything?
Dude, that was pretty genius. Actually, I really enjoyed that. I've seen it twice.
I loved it. It was so good because I feel like it accurately depicts like the human brain during quarantine. And it was like all the different stages of what was going on. And it was honestly, it was a little rough to watch at certain points. I'm like, too soon for me. Cause like, I was like, yeah, I feel like I just experienced that. But
it goes in between, where it's like, it's funny and then it's dark. And then you think it's like getting really sad. And then there's just like funny little quips that come in.
Yeah.
And, it's like real life.
Yeah.
It's sad and dark. And then something funny happens and you go, oh, life is good.
Yeah. I loved it. And like, it was crazy because I mean, he filmed and edited all of that himself, which I think is just a spectacular feat, like that's wild that somebody could do all of that.
Oh, that's a real feat right there. I couldn't have done that.
Oh no, me. I mean, like I just certain things I was like, how did he even come up with like my favorite, I think one of my favorite skits was White Girl's Instagram. And that was just like all the props that he had. I was like, how did he think to have all these things? Did he really just scroll Instagram and be like, all right, I'm gonna buy that. All right, cool. And then this prop.
I'd like to think that he already had them all.
Yeah, he's got like a suitcase, or he's got a closet full of all this shit.
Yeah.
I like that. He's got a whole props department in his house.
Exactly. Yep.
With all the crazy antics you guys have done on stage for your live show, do you have like a favorite costume that you've ever worn?
Just my skin.
Wait a minute. Did you just like wear like just underwear for a show, or like?
No, just my skin that I'm wearing right now. It's my favorite costume.
Wasn't expecting that one. I was expecting the hot dog, but I like that one a lot better.
Dude, the hot dog was weird to wear because I didn't wear any pants underneath, and it was just weird feeling. I feel like I was running around out there naked, but then I had this hot dog costume on, and it was like people were coming in because we were playing in Chico, and it's like a college town.
Yeah.
And we were downtown where all the bars are. So there was all these people walking by, all these college kids walking by that were at the bars and just seeing it. And then like they would step in and they'd pop in and they'd just be like, what the heck's going on? Tons of people were watching from outside.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, they're like, there's a bunch of dudes in their hot dog outfits just acting like a bunch of idiots. And that's like our normal life.
That's awesome. Do you have like a favorite like skit or bit that you guys have done live?
Honestly, none of us really know what our skits or bits or whatever are going to be. We don't really like come up with a lot of them. Like sometimes we'll come up with them on the way to the show.
Okay.
But it's all about how the crowd's acting. I mean, we aren't going to do a skit or like any kind of little gimmick or whatever we're going to do unless the crowd's like into it. When the crowd is into it, we just kind of play off of their energy. So, and then when the crowd's not into it, like if you have people show up and they're not really into it, then we play off of that energy even more, being like, these people aren't into it. Let's just
go harder,
as hard as we can until they hate us.
Has that ever backfired?
One of our first shows, we played a show. It must have been like 2015, maybe, or 16 or somewhere around there.
Okay.
Maybe earlier than that. We played a show in Eugene, which is about 2 hours from here, which is another college town. And we played at this this bar. There was a good crowd there. There was like 40 people. You know, it was a bar scene and a lot of people at tables and stuff like that. Right. By the time the first song was done, there was 2 people left in there.
Oh, fuck.
And we played to the 2 people, and that was it for the entire set. It was fantastic.
Were those
great. It was a dream.
Those 2 people were into it, though?
They were stoked.
Okay, cool.
It was like 2 people that were there and the bartender, and they were stoked.
Okay, cool. Fuck those other people.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, honestly, we don't really focus so much on who's not there, and we try to focus more on who is there.
Right. Because, I think that's the way to go. Yeah.
If 30 people walk out the door and there's 10 people that are left, those 10 people are who we care about. You know, we don't care about the other 30, but luckily we have pretty long reach wireless systems and stuff like that. So we just go outside to them. They cannot get away from us.
I love that. Yeah. I mean, like, because like what's great about the wireless ones, because I mean, you guys will go in like circle pits with people, and you'll go behind the bar, you'll go on top of the bar, which I've seen you do. You go on top of tables, which I've seen you do. It's I mean, the purest form of entertainment. I love it. You guys are awesome.
We aim to have a good time, you know. That's like our whole. If we're not having a good time, then why are we even doing it?
Yeah, I mean that should be everyone's motto, really.
Yep.
I love the video that you guys did where it's the green screen dream. Yeah, green screen dream. What do you guys have anything planned with the green screen? I can't remember. Did you guys get the green screen?
No, we didn't even buy a green screen.
Because I mean, you guys had like it was like the table cloth, right? The green. That was fucking funny.
We spent all that money on Monster energy drinks, and that's it. We loaded up on Monster energy drinks. We locked ourselves in the house. We drank them all in a week. We were jacked.
Low carb ones, of course, though, right?
Yeah, low carb. Only
nice.
Low carb.
Very nice. Very nice.
Eric loves Monster energy drink. Honestly, I don't drink energy drinks. I don't drink caffeine.
Smart.
But I don't drink caffeine because all my energy is like just from me just being awake. But if I drink caffeine, I'm like off the walls. It's just I can't control it. It's just, you know.
I had to I had to stop drinking energy drinks. I was like, I would have like 1 or 2 rock stars a day, and it was getting to the point where like I was having like my chest would hurt, and like I would get headaches if I didn't have like an energy drink, and I was just, my anxiety was like through the roof without me really realizing it. I'm on tea now, but like I have like a can of tea a day, but it's still caffeine. Eventually I would like to get down to where I don't really need it, but caffeine.
Yeah, I guess I can't say that I don't drink caffeine because I drink kombucha and I know that has caffeine in it.
That's got like a small amount though. That's not like, I mean, that's definitely not coffee or energy drink level. So that's good.
I was like, when I was like 6 or 7, I think, elementary school, I was like addicted to Mountain Dew. I would drink like 5 a day.
Yeah.
And I remember when I stopped drinking those, because you remember that rumor that was going around, I don't even know if it was true or not, that yellow dye number something causes your sperm to die or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that. And I don't know if that's just like some sort of like kid folklore or something like that, but like I remember hearing that same thing. I stopped drinking Mountain Dew.
I know, I was like 7 years old or something like that. And I was like, oh, I got to stop drinking this. Like,
right? Like, who are we fucking at 7 years old?
I know, exactly. And so I stopped drinking, and I remember I had the worst headache for like a week straight. Yeah. And I've kind of never gone back since then.
That's smart. Mountain Dew will kill you if it doesn't kill your sperm, according to whatever.
It'll kill your taste buds.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I'm gonna get a lot of haters from that, but that's fine. It's the worst of the sodas.
I would say so. Do you have a favorite soda?
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably like Coca-Cola, just the plain. Actually, the Coca-Cola that's made in Mexico is definitely the best.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. That's when you have like the bottled Coke and with like some tacos, like, oh,
I just like it. I just like it. Just give me that crack. Put it in
there. Who came up with the idea for the band to eat Taylor's beard as a salad?
Honestly, I don't even remember. I remember it was like a joke that we made, and then we're like, Taylor's like, oh, let's film it. And then Eric was like, fuck it, I'll eat it. And I was like, oh my gosh. We have if you haven't seen the beard salad video, it's on our YouTube. Just look up Steaksauce Mustache. But we also have a behind the scenes video of the beard salad video, and which is equally as funny. You can see me literally almost puke when he eats it. I couldn't handle it. Hard. And I have like a tolerance that I can handle just about anything, but that was brutal.
Yeah, that was watching somebody eat human, like not just human hair, like beard hair was just like, oh, they're really doing it.
Unwashed and conditioned beard hair.
Oh. You guys are brave. You guys are very brave.
It was fun. It was a fun video. We were trying to figure out a way to announce a music video, and that was what we used.
Yeah, and it's I mean, like, who else has done that? That's fucking funny as shit and clever.
Yep.
So since there is not a ton of info about it online, can you please tell me a little bit more about your one-man band, Bald Eagle Shirt?
So Bald Eagle Shirt it's kind of funny. Back in like 2006, I had this idea. I was like, I want to start a band where I just play like something like Necrophagist and Beneath the Massacre, something really fast. Mm-hmm. But I never wanted to repeat. And so I just started writing these songs, and I was like, we'll just make the riffs long, and we'll just, one to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. Very progressive, but like also no real like catchy parts.
Yeah.
But back then I didn't have any like drum programs. I didn't even know how to record anything. I literally just learned how to play the drums so that I could record the drums to it.
That's awesome.
And what I did was I would sit there and I would just play the drums and record them on this electric set that I had. And I would just think about the songs. Because I couldn't hear it. I didn't have a way to record. So I'd record these drums on there with no click track or anything like that. And then I would go and then record the guitar over it. And it was like the shittiest, like from a practice amp into the line in on this old desktop computer that I had. And it was like a program called Cool Edit Pro 2, which was like from like 1999 or something like that.
Oh, wow.
So that was how Bald Eagle Shirt started. It was never supposed to be a one-man project, and it was never supposed to be an instrumental project. I just literally could not find anybody else that wanted to or could play in it. Like the ones that didn't want to, and the ones that wanted to, like, just couldn't get it down. And then so that's it. So that was like in 2006. I played my first show as Bald Eagle Shirt at a open mic night at a family pizza place. And back then it wasn't even called Bald Eagle Shirt. Back then it was called Lots of Dead Cats. I think you can find a video of this on Vimeo.com.
Okay.
Lots of Dead Cats. I think it's on Vimeo. But I mean, I love cats. So that name I didn't like the name because I came out with that name and then people started posting on my MySpace pictures, like pictures of dead cats and stuff. And I was like, I hate this.
Yeah, no,
I mean, I've got my cat on the Cobb shirt going on here, and I've got my cat sitting on the couch watching me. So I was like, I don't like this name. I didn't even like it to begin with. But I just needed something, Yeah. So Bald Eagle Shirt was what I changed it to, because Bald Eagle shirts are pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And so I played a bunch of shows with it, but then I kind of threw in the towel kind of when Steaksauce started going, and we got once we started playing shows and stuff. And then I do random things just when Steaksauce couldn't play. And I just decided to bring it back for this one show because honestly, I didn't know when Steaksauce was going to play shows again. And I was kind of like already past losing my mind going into like lockdown craziness. I think my girlfriend was getting tired of it, and everybody was kind of getting tired of me saying stuff. I was like, I just got to be on stage. I was born to be on stage. It's honestly, I think my calling that I've never been uncomfortable on stage since the first time I ever went up and played in a band.
When was that? What was your first time?
The first time I ever played in a band was 1990. want to say it was like 1998.
Okay.
I was like 15 years old, and I had joined the ska punk band in Walla Walla, Washington. They were called FSD, or Flaming Stock Car Drivers, which, by the way, some of their members are still playing together. They're playing in like a bluesy rock punk type band up in Seattle called Always Naked, and friends of mine still. But it was funny because I went to a ska concert, and back then I was just so hyped up about music. It didn't matter what kind of music it was. I was just hyped up about it.
Yeah.
And I went there, as long as there was distorted guitars, I went there and I was just like this little kid. I must have weighed like 110 pounds, and I had long hair.
Oh, nice.
And I was like the new kid in town, and I was like going and just like punching people in the mosh pit and stuff. I was like 14 years old, and the band came up to me. We all went to the same high school, and I didn't know them. And they were just like, "Hey, dude, we've been talking. Do you want to be our singer?"
Oh, nice.
And I was like, "Hell yeah, I do."
Nice.
I don't even know these guys. I was like, "Hell yeah, I want to be your singer." So I sang a Battle of the Bands with them at the high school. And it was like, I wore like a blue disco suit, and like a bunch of these girls that I knew like braided my hair all weird. Like
fuck yeah.
From Corn, or not Monkey, but Head from Corn.
Oh,
and
nice.
yeah, it was honestly, I was probably terrible. And
it was fun, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was fun. So that was my first time I was ever on stage. And I remember being on stage at that time and just being like, I love this. Like, this is it. This is what I want to do. But singing was never my thing. I don't think I ever did any other shows with them. And I still don't sing to this day. But, I learned, I had just gotten a guitar at that time. I learned how to play guitar. And I started my first band when I was like 17.
Oh, nice.
17 is this band, Orchie Bort. And I'd gotten into
name.
I'd gotten into mathcore. I went and saw Dillinger Escape Plan play live. I saw Candiria. And I was like, I got to do this. It's got to be crazy.
Yeah.
And so that was, we just played a bunch of shows and stuff like that. And so I'll be 38 this year. So, what is that? 23 years
Damn.
that I've been going on stage. And it's just,
that's awesome.
I'm not going to go up there and tell stand-up jokes or whatever like that. I'm not comfortable getting in front of the mic, but being on stage with a guitar or playing drums or whatever is just like, it's like a more comfortable than, most any other situation for me.
That's awesome.
So I set up the Bald Eagle Shirt Show. That was a long story. I like to go off on tangents. So
no, it's okay. It's perfect.
They tune out, and then they're like, the fuck is this guy talking about?
That's usually what people do with me, so don't worry about it.
So I set up this Bald Eagle Shirt Show because I was going crazy, and I was like, I have to play a show, otherwise I'm gonna lose my mind. I was actually considering grabbing my guitar and heading out to Texas and setting up some shows or something like that, because I couldn't do it any longer. I was like, I can't go another month or two of doing this.
Well,
so luckily I hit up a guy in town, and he was like, dude, I got a show that we're setting up for my birthday. It's going to be, small capacity. And I was like, I don't care who's on it, where it's at. I don't even care if it's in your bathroom. I'm in. Let's do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Straight Edge 63 from Arson Choir says, what's up? That's
We're
funny.
done.
I was actually supposed to have both of you guys on a show at Program before COVID hit.
Yes, we will resume that.
Sick. Yeah. Arson Choir, you guys are definitely have to have you guys back with Steaksauce. So
yeah, because I know we haven't like formally officially announced it, but we definitely need to make some announcements and stuff. But the Oakley Dokley tour with Steaksauce Mustache is still on.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay.
It was on in 2020 and that didn't happen. And it was on in 2021 and that got rescheduled, but 2022, it is confirmed and it's on. So yeah, I got to get to booking some shows and stuff like that. So we're going to get that all settled up.
Sick. Okay. Yeah.
So I'll be in touch with you about that.
Okay. Sick. I'm really excited for the Oakley Dokley tour. I was sad I didn't get a date for that when it originally was announced, but I was so stoked to see you guys with them, because like that's like perfect pairing right there. So,
absolutely. Trust me, a year and a half of us wishing it had happened.
Yeah.
We're like, the anticipation is unreal, but I think that that's one of the perfect bands for us to be touring with. I mean, they're kind of along the same lines as we are. And I think that, we're in different genres. I mean, they're metal. We're kind of this mathcore band. I mean, but we kind of have the same outlook on music, which is just like, let's have a good time.
Fuck yeah.
And I think that our fans are going to really enjoy both bands, our fans and their fans. And any fans that show up of any band that, doesn't like either one of us, well, they'll get even more of us.
Yeah, you'll have to get some wireless packs for Oakley Dokley too, and you guys can just follow anybody who leaves, so it'll be perfect.
Exactly. Yep.
Let's see, what the fuck was I going to talk about? So I'm probably going to mispronounce this, and I'm really sorry, but how long have you been doing bachata dancing?
You pronounced it right, bachata.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about
that? I've been dancing. I want to say, God, time is weird now, where it's like, when did I start doing stuff? I want to say 2018. I think it was end of 2018. So it's going on 3 years now. I got invited to go to a bachata dance, and I was like, I can dance. Thinking about all the times I've been wasted going to a dance club.
Right.
Just hip thrusting. But yeah, then I quickly found out that that's not the case, and that I dance like the most white guy alive. And but no, I had a friend that I met that invited me, and then I went and I enjoyed it. The instructors invited me back. I really liked it. I can't say that I'm very good at it, but it's something that I do almost every day. My girlfriend.
Oh, really?
I've been teaching her how to dance over the last year, so she's my dance partner now.
Okay.
And we practice almost every day because we work together and we see each other every day, so we practice at work and stuff like that.
Nice.
But bachata and then salsa, Latin dancing.
They look very similar, so I was curious what the difference was. Honestly, I'm not coordinated in any way, so I would not know the difference between things like that.
Salsa dancing is a lot faster. And it's different movements, very similar. Bachata is usually slower, more sensual, a lot of body rolls and stuff. But I think when it comes to dancing, like, I don't even look at it like dancing. I think a lot of people look at dancing and they go, "Oh, that's not for me." But the way I look at it like skateboarding. Like, I was really into skateboarding.
Okay.
Back when I was in high school, I was all about it. Middle school, high school, I built a skate park. I was skating competitions, and I was all about skateboarding. But for me, skateboarding was all about, what can I learn? Like, what kind of tricks can I learn? And how can I apply this to different situations and everything? And so dancing to me is like almost the same thing, where I'm like, oh, it's just like a foot pattern and a hand pattern. It's something like skateboarding. Okay. Where I'm like, oh, I want to learn a new move, like a new trick. Like, oh, I want to learn how to do like a backside kickflip okay. So then I want to learn how to do like a double turn. It's the same thing to me, but I'm too old and it hurts too much to skate now.
I feel that. Okay.
When I fall, it hurts a lot. When I'm rolling around, it's not bad, but I can't do any of the tricks I used to do. So dancing has kind of taken that place, and it's been a lot of fun. I recommend to anybody and everybody, whether they think they have skills or not, to just give it a shot for fun and not judge themselves on how well they do it, but judge themselves on how much fun they're having, on just being out there and just kind of being like, you know what, this is something that's totally new and I'm going to be terrible at it, but heck, music's good. You meet tons of people, and
that's awesome. You'll have to teach me whenever we get to hang out next.
I will gladly teach. I will put this out there. I will gladly teach anybody and everybody if they want to learn basic bachata stuff or salsa. If you see me and we're like in a setting that I can do that. Okay. I'd be happy. Awesome. I love doing it. I love teaching it. Honestly, awesome. I don't really like teaching music. But I like teaching dance stuff. I think it's pretty fun. I've actually taught a dance class before. It was weird, but I did it.
Oh, awesome.
Challenged myself.
That's very cool though. I was going to ask you earlier. I forgot to ask. What have you been listening to lately? I feel like a lot of like amazing music has been released recently.
Okay, do you want to hear some of the bands that I've been listening to lately? I didn't even put this
Yes.
together. I'm just gonna
Oh, didn't have it together, but it's ready to go right there.
didn't have it together, but I'm gonna go into my library right now,
Sick, sick.
and I'm just gonna name a few bands. Okay, there's a million bands that I listen to, and there's a million bands that I have friends in, and I'm probably not gonna name most of them, but I'll just tell you what Brett has been listening to over probably the last 6 months.
Okay,
I've been
awesome.
really digging Spirit Box, their new stuff they've been putting
Fuck
out.
yeah, yeah, it's great.
Really good. Um, I've been listening to Logistic Slaughter a lot.
Oh
Their new
man,
album. They're like a slam deathcore.
I mean
I
they've
don't
got
even,
slaughter in the
I don't
name, of
even
course.
know. Death grind,
Okay,
cattle decapitation type band, just super sick.
fuck yeah.
I've been listening to Moving Mountains
Okay.
a lot. Um, Oddly enough, I've been listening to a lot of Foo Fighters.
Oh really? Nice.
Yeah, like Foo Fighters.
Yeah, I haven't kept up with them.
Um, I won't go into all the bachata, the Latin music I listen to because it's not really an artist in particular. It's just
Okay.
playlists. Boston Manor.
Oh, nice.
Yep, good band. I've been listening to a lot of Garbage. Believe
Oh,
it or not,
sick. Um,
Garbage is the band that I've been listening to the longest in my entire life.
really?
Yep.
Um,
I started listening to them when their first album came out. I think I was in like second grade or third grade or something like that. I got their tape,
okay. Nice.
and I've been listening to them through the whole time through.
Awesome. They didn't they come out with a record recently, or am I thinking of
Today,
somebody else? Okay.
today
Nice.
they just came out with one.
Oh, today. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So super
I
recent.
haven't listened to it all the way through. I only listened to a few songs or whatever, and it's pretty decent. I like the old stuff in particular. It
Okay.
could be not nostalgia effect, where it reminds me of like when I was younger.
Right, right.
Um, let's hear. Can I name a few more? Or do we
Yeah,
have
go for
time?
it. Yeah, go for it.
Um, let's see here. I'm scrolling through my list here of bands. I can't just name the bands because I listen to a lot of stuff.
No, I feel that. Yeah.
It really depends on what my mood is.
Yeah, definitely.
Uh,
As far as the bachata music
you
goes,
mentioned the Arson Choir, which
oh
I
yeah, yeah.
have been listening to their EP, which they had come out, which was really good.
Oh yeah, it was sick. Definitely. I can't remember the name of
Oh,
it. Sorry, but
yeah, you were gonna say something.
oh, I was gonna say, are you ever gonna incorporate any bachata style music into steak sauce?
Probably not. I've thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
I've thought about incorporating some kind of Latin style music, whether it be bachata or zouk or something like that.
Uh-huh.
We may incorporate like a beat, may come up with something like that. But to be honest, I just don't really feel like it fits in any way. And I know a lot of our stuff, it fits and it doesn't fit, but I don't know. I guess I can't say never, but just don't
Okay.
expect it.
Gotcha. Oh,
Um,
that EP was called Invisible Monsters.
oh yeah.
So thank you for travel sized K or travel sized DK. Not entirely sure which one how to say your name, but in the chat. Thank you.
Yeah. I've been listening to this band and I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, but their name is Saigun.
Okay.
Tsygun.
Okay.
They're from Russia.
Okay. Yeah, I've never heard of them before.
It's legit stuff. It's kind of along the lines, I would say, of like Pig Destroyer, fast grind stuff with some real heavy beatdown,
Fuck. Okay.
breakdowns and stuff. They used to be in a band, and I can't remember their name off the top of my head, but I have to look on my computer because I had their stuff because it's not online. But
Oh wow.
they used to be a band that was in the mathcore scene that was like very small, but it was good. And then my favorite band, I listen to them all the time. I listen to Thrice.
Fuck yeah. Nice.
Yeah, been my favorite band for a long time. They've never put out a single thing that I disliked. I've liked every single album song that they've ever put out,
Nice.
And then I would say oh, you know what? Fuck the Facts. I've been listening to them too.
That's a dope band. I haven't listened to them in a while.
Yeah, they just put out a new one last year in 2020.
Okay.
And
Sick.
yeah, they're a band that I feel like just does not get enough recognition for how long they've been around and what they actually do. They're pretty under the radar, but I would say that that's kind of where I listen to the Anchor,
Okay.
more like metalcore stuff. I really like them.
Nice.
Another one of my favorites. And yeah, that would be kind of Brett's playlist over the last 6 months that I've been. I listen to a lot of podcasts
Okay.
and I
Nice.
listen to a lot of YouTube videos.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, I drive 30 miles to work every day.
Oh
And
fuck. Okay,
so
that makes
I
sense.
spend most of the time in the car listening to podcasts or YouTube videos. I'll put them on and just more informational stuff.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Um, well, all right. So I got one last question here for you. Um, what is the weirdest reaction you guys have had to your performance? I know earlier you said that like sometimes people don't quite know what to do. As I mean, has that ever like been I am fucking up this whole question.
No, I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
What is the weirdest reaction?
I don't know if I can say like that I can think of a weird reaction.
Okay.
The geezers
Uh-huh.
kind of don't really quite know what to do.
Okay.
Not saying that's our older fans. I'm saying
Right.
those are the people that hear it and they go, this is stupid. This
Right.
is
Okay.
loud noise.
Uh-huh.
Um, but I think one of my most memorable reactions that we've had was we played Top Knot Fest 2.0 in Seattle, put on
Okay.
by my friend Alex Wiley, who plays in Florida Man.
Oh,
And
great name. I love that name.
dude, cool guys,
Yeah.
Which, by the way, there should be somewhere online where Alex Wiley challenges Eric Fuchs, our drummer, to a wrestling match mid-song.
What?
Yeah, wrestling match mid-song. I don't know where it's at, but you'll have to find the video.
Okay.
To maybe Steaksauce Mustache will share that. To see the ending, it's a surprise ending. You won't believe who won the belt.
Fuck yeah. All right. Cool.
Our drummer Eric is a huge WWE fan.
Oh, sick.
And yeah. But anyway, so one of the best reactions we had, we played there in Seattle at Top Knot Fest 2.0. And we had a guy after the show come to us and he said, I'll try to remember exactly what he said, but he said, when you guys, he just kind of stopped me and he goes, hey, I want to talk to you. And he said, when you guys started playing, I absolutely hated you guys. And I thought this was the most terrible, stupid thing that I've ever seen. It was like, it didn't make any sense. And it just I didn't think that it worked. And I didn't even want to see it or listen to it, which we have. There's always one guy. There's always one person at a show that absolutely hates us and they won't talk to us. They won't even, it's like they won't even look at us. Like they won't even
insulted
acknowledge
them somehow.
Like they sit in the back, arms crossed, like looking away, like
I'm not going to have fun. No.
I'm angry that I'm here.
Yeah.
So anyway, and he said, I just didn't like it. He said, but as you guys kept playing, I just was like, okay, it's okay. I see what they're doing. They're having fun.
Yeah.
Okay, this is dumb, but it's goofy. And then he said, by the time you guys were done, you guys were like my favorite band.
That's
and he
awesome.
goes, I love it. I think it's one of the best things I've ever seen. Now, I may be paraphrasing, I may be misquoting, I don't know. But that was probably the best compliment that I've ever received in this band, was to hear somebody tell me, I absolutely hated you guys. And I thought he was just going to come to me and just be like a dick. Like,
right.
I hated you guys.
Yeah.
It sucked. Quit.
Yeah.
And I would be like, oh, you are my favorite fan.
Nice.
But I just thought it was so cool, because it really showed that, somebody looked beyond what, like, I think that, metal is such a weird thing, and maybe I'll get some hate for this, but that's fine. I honestly think that metal, like people in the metal scene and the hardcore scene and everything, are some of the funniest people I've ever met.
Oh, for sure.
And like, there's such a like, there's a really good community behind the metal scene. And I've explained this to people numerous times where if you go to a show and you're in a pit and everybody thinks that metal is like this dangerous, angry thing.
No.
But I was like, look, if you go to a hardcore show and you get knocked down, people will stop and they will pick you up. If they accidentally knock you down, they will hug you. They will be like, I'm sorry. Like, not everybody, but I would say the vast majority of people in the hardcore metal scene are like good people. Like they're legit, like nice people.
Yeah.
A lot of introverts, a lot of extroverts, a lot of very different personalities mixed in the metal scene. But the one thing I think that I see in metal is that you have a bunch of people who are like just these really funny, fun to be around dudes and stuff. And then they get up on stage and they just take themselves way too seriously. It's like a different persona that I feel like is not them. Like a persona of like, I'm angry. This music is angry. And I'm not going to have a good time. And if everything doesn't go perfect the way that I want it to, then this place is fucked. And
gotcha. Yeah,
the whole performance is ruined.
Right.
Where, I mean, honestly, when I'm playing at our shows, I mean, I try to do the best I can. I mean, we mess up a lot. Like, I don't play everything that I wrote, I can't. I just try to have a good time. The big thing with our band, when we started out in the beginning, is we were going to be this crazy, we want to be like Dillinger Escape Plan. We want to be a crazy band.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love Dillinger Escape Plan. They're the ones that got me into mathcore in general. Like they changed my mind about music. Like I think mentally changed the way I think about music.
Fuck.
I spent a year listening to Calculating Infinity and I would not listen to another album for an entire year. Calculating Infinity is all I listened to, because I listened to Slipknot and Fear Factory and all them before, and they were cool and stuff, but it was the Dillinger Escape Plan was something I'd never heard.
Yeah.
It was like listening to a foreign language and trying to learn it just from listening to one conversation being had. So, but they were having a good time. And we were going to try to be like that, but it just didn't seem right. And we're like, we're all goofy guys. Let's just act like a bunch of idiots. And maybe it works for our style of music and not other styles of music. I can't imagine like just a beat down band going out there and just being like, fucking wall to wall and everything. And then just being like, here's a bunch of balloons.
Yeah.
But what is that like, it's just about having a good time. Like, I think music is about having a good time. And
definitely,
everybody in bands and the metal scene and stuff like that, I can tell when a band is just having a good time, even if they're being serious and they're whatever. I can tell when they're having a good time, and I can tell when they're not. And that energy, whether they think they're showing it or not, they're just the energy is pushed out there to everybody, and it changes the crowd. And so for us, we don't really care if people are engaged or not. We like when they're engaged, but we're just trying to have a good time with it. And that's been our whole thing for the entire time that we've been a band. Doing this, we at one point we just decided to stop being the next Dillinger Escape Plan or the next, Chariot or whatever. And we were like, we just want to be the first Steaksauce Mustache.
Fuck yeah.
And so that's what we go for.
Nice.
And I think that, a lot of metal bands, I don't have anybody in mind in particular, and I wouldn't even say anybody, but I think that, just making that decision that I want to be the first this.
Right.
I want to be the first, insert your band name there, can change your whole viewpoint of what you're doing in just about anything in life, Yeah. And, I can, I see those bands that are doing that, and there's a lot of great bands out there doing that. And, I'm excited. I'm excited to just be on the road again. I've been cooped up for a year and a half. I'm losing my damn mind.
I feel it.
I'm ready to be
we all are.
we got our first live show. We got with the Mathcore Index Fest, July 18th. It's going from July 15th to 2018. There's like 16 bands on it.
Every single one of them, they're all great.
Christian really outdid himself by going 4-4 on this one.
Fuck yeah.
4x4.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
4 bands, 4 days. Evening it out.
That's awesome.
But and I love Christian. He does so much for the scene that,
dude, for sure.
And he has done more for us than just about anybody out there. So thank you, Papa Mathcore. But I know this is like the long-winded answer, but yeah, so we got that show July 15th to July 18th on YouTube, the Mathcore Index YouTube, 4 bands each day. All of them are great. I've checked out all of them. They're all awesome. And they're all unique, and they all have a different approach that they bring to it. So check that out. We're going to be debuting some new music on that. And then we have our first actual live come see us in person show we're announcing very soon. Awesome. It might actually be 2 or 3 or 4 shows. You know, the West Coast is like very up in the air as far as like what can be announced and what can't be announced, and what's actually going to actually go through and stuff. So, but we have our very first one that's confirmed. It's going to go through. We're excited about it. I'm more than thrilled. I mean, I've already started packing my bag just to hit the road. I cannot wait. I've started planning out which toilets I'm going to, have diarrhea in. I'm going to try to find the ones that have a toilet seat on them.
Right.
And a door, but I know that those are hard to find. Once you hit the road in the van, it's like all the doors and the toilet seats just fly off, all the toilets on the entire way to the venue.
I think it was you who posted like a venue bathroom either has the stall, or the stall either has no door or no seat. There is no in between or something like that.
Yeah, there's not an in between. And if it has both, it's 100%. If it has the door and the seat, then 100% of the time it's been sprayed with diarrhea. Like I don't even get, like, what do they do? Are they like standing on they're just like grabbing their ankles and just like spraying? Like I don't even understand how that happens. It's like all over the wall. It's all over the back of the seat. You need a damn fire hose in there to clean the stuff out. Anybody that's been on tour knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Right, right.
It's uncanny. 100% of the time, one of those 3 things has happened. And you're going to find the unicorn, where all 3 of them have happened.
It's beautiful. All right. Well, it looks like we've just got Travel Sized K in the chat right now. If you have any questions for us, definitely put them in the chat, and I will let Brett know. But other than that, do you have any last comments? Anything you want to plug? Anything coming up that you want to talk about?
No, man. Like I said, steaksaucemustache.com. We have merch for sale. We have a lot of new merch we're going to put out. Like if you like shirts, we have a ton of shirts that we're about to put out. We have some old shirts that we have on sale. We are in fundraising mode right now because we have a lot of money to pay for mixing this album.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Our last albums, like our first album, we did it DIY. I think we paid nothing. We paid for the CDs. That was it. The second album, we didn't pay very much to do it, and it was just kind of a quick one take, get everything done. Right. Super woke. We paid a little bit more. We did a little more professional. It came out pretty good. But this next one, we feel like it is our best material. It's the best material I've ever written. In 20 years of playing mathcore, this is the best material I've ever written. This is the first time that Steaksauce Mustache has written an entire album together.
Okay.
Like, the first album was written, and I don't write any of the lyrics, but the first album was written mostly by me, so it was like my influence. The second album, a lot of Eric and I. Third album, we kind of started to incorporate a little bit more, but this was the first album that all 4 of us really spent the time and energy, and we really did spend time, writing each part to make sure that it was what we wanted. We feel like people we hope they like it, but if they don't like it, then that's fine because we like it. Nice. But we really want to put the time and the energy and the money into making sure that it sounds good and like it's a listenable album. So we're going to be fundraising big time because we got a lot of money to pay for it. We've hired the best that we feel. that we
Fuck
can
yeah.
afford
Awesome.
to do this. So, yeah, we're going to be announcing all those details very soon. We also have some funny little things that we've made for all of our people out there. Some funny little videos and music songs, stuff that we've made. So people will be excited about that too. We've got some covers we've written that we're not going to give away what they are, but they are fun. They're funny.
Well, I'm excited. I'm stoked to see whatever the fuck you guys do. So I guess that's it then. Thank you very much for hanging out with us, and anybody who came into the chat and hung out for a bit. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to hang out in person soon.
Yeah, dude, I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for having me on. It's good to see you again.
Great to see you too, man.
I'm excited for I am not opposed to hugs on the road here. When I'm on the road, you see me, come up and give me a hug. I don't care what your stance is on anything or everything that's been going on.
I can't help it. Like, I have to hug the homies. Like,
I'm all about it. I will be honest. I mean, and I won't even get into it. I'm the biggest germaphobe that probably exists, and I get the flu every single tour.
Oh,
I'm sick every single tour. I'm sick almost the entire tour, but you know, I'm like near death most of the time. But if you see me at a show, you know, come up, say hi, give me a hug, let's chat. You know, let's talk about, you know, life and the things we're excited about. I always believe in being optimistic and that life is much better than I think we give credit for.
It's a great way to put it, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for hanging out. Like I said, and like I said, hopefully see you soon, man.
Hell yeah, man. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you so much for checking out the latest episode of RAD Chat featuring Roos of Steaksauce Mustache. Make sure to check out all the links in the description for both Steaksauce Mustache and RAD Music. We've got some merch available at our store. And make sure to follow and subscribe.